So I did a post about this a few years back, but since today is a special day, a special anniversary, I thought I'd bring out this family heirloom again with a little more detail. So this is the foreign passport that my great-grandfather, Chaim Gnessen, used 130 years ago today to leave the Russian Empire. Here it gives his name, Chaim Itzka Abilev Gnessen. It says he's 24 years old and that he's leaving to go abroad on personal affairs with his mother, and listed here too his 5 brothers and sisters. And it's signed, I think, by the governor of the province that my great-grandfather came from. That was Mogilev Governorate. The man in charge there was Privy Councillor Nikolai Zinoviev. And from what I've read, Governor Zinoviev made a name for himself by banning the public consumption of alcohol on streets, squares, parks, and in cemeteries. And if we turn the page, we see everything's repeated in German and in French. And turn again, and it says here that great-grandfather Chaim left on the 18th of July, 1894. Actually, that's according to the old Julian calendar that was used in the Russian Empire. He left from the Baltic port of Libau. It also says here that he was from the town of Shklov. And if we look at this map, we see that Shklov was in Mogilev Governorate, in the Jewish Pale of Settlement in the Russian Empire. And he went by boat to England. Now, family legend has it that he intended to sail to the United States and actually bought a ticket to America. But when the ship landed in Britain, the captain said, "America," and he got off. I don't know if that's true, but it's a nice story. Now, I visited Shklov way back in 1990. I was on a year abroad in Moscow at the time, and I got special permission to leave Moscow. Here's the pass I was given. And I took the train to Shklov, which today is in modern-day Belarus. It used to be a very Jewish town back in the 19th century, but the Jewish population was decimated in World War II. In 1990, there were just a handful of Jews left, one of whom I recall was a pig farmer. 2 other facts about Shklov. 1, it is the cucumber capital of Belarus. And 2, in Soviet times, Alexander Lukashenko used to be director of a state farm there. So, 4 years later, in 1898, in London, Chaim Gnessen got married, and this is his wedding photo. He married Sarah Blonstein, who came to be known in the family as Bubba. This is their marriage certificate. And 14 years later, he signs the Oath of Allegiance and becomes a British subject. And look at the date here on the Home Office stamp, also July the 18th. And here's Bubba, later in life. As you can see from the passport, 1 stamp out, no stamp back in. Chaim left the Russian Empire, never to return. But 130 years later, here I am, his great-grandson, living and working in the Russian capital. I wonder what Chaim Gnessen would make of that.